Good morning, everybody, and hello. I guess it's good afternoon since it's about 12 o'clock, and it's time for our August card class. So we've got 3 projects today, great projects, and they're all going to be up here in the private group, and the PDFs are already posted for all 3 projects, so you can see those in the files section, or they're also under guides, and we're up to guide 54, so we've got a lot of projects in the guide section, 4 years of card classes, so under our belt here. So this first one is going to be using one of the sketches that's on page 22 in the annual catalog. So you can see they're right here on the bottom. You might miss them as you're thumbing through, but they are really tiny, but some nice demonstrator blew them all up for us so that we could have large copies of them, and they're also in the file section, so look for card sketches in the file section, and then you can see them larger and even with some measurements there. And then we're also today using the Country Wood suite for all 3 of the cards. It's kind of what we call a mega suite, because it's got 2 bundles, it's got 2 papers, and then some embellishments and a really pretty embossing folder that looks like eyelets. It's called Eyelet 3D, and I just wanted to warn everybody that the 2 papers are both in low inventory. I just checked a few minutes ago. They've been in low inventory all week, so I don't know if they'll get more in stock. Hopefully they'll get more in stock so they won't go out, but just in case you absolutely have to have Country Woods while it's on sale, this is a good day to do it. And all right, let's get started with the first one, the easy layout card. So I followed the layout pretty much exactly, but then I decided after I had made the card that I wanted a little bit of contrast on it, so I added this black panel, and it's not the usual 1/4 inch difference, so I did an 1/8 inch difference, so it ends up being a 1/16 on each side, just a tiny little black accent to set off that beautiful paper. It's basic beige is the paper cardstock we're using today, and this paper also coordinates with Smoky Slate and I think Misty Moonlight and Petal Pink. So, but the basic beige cardstock, I've been using a lot of that lately because it is a nice neutral to have in our repertoire here. And so this is a piece of the Country Wood or Country Lace paper, as is my sample here. And so I'm going to start putting things together here. And one little trick that I'm going to try that I did not try on my sample is putting a little background to the punched image too, which we can easily do because we're covering up all this little this black piece, so we can easily stamp some things out of that and make use of that paper. So let's see, some glue. As you can see, I hate to not use that pretty blue piece, but I kind of was going for a really neutral look here. So that's where I'm heading here. This is going to be a sympathy card, and it's good to have these on hand because you never know when you're going to need them, and might not have time to make one real quick. So all right, so I'm just going to start putting things together here. And doesn't that look nice with that little bit of black, just teensy little bit. And so we'll add a little more glue there. And get that piece together. So that's our basic layout. And then with a label piece, they just used a rectangle. And I went ahead and used the Label Me Love, or Loved with what is it? Labeled with Love Punch, which I love because I've been using it a lot. So just, let's see, do I have a punch out in my envelope here? Yes, I have extra card kits if you want a card kit, by the way. So I've got my punch here, and I'm going to grab my Sympathy Sentiment, which is in, let's see, it's in the Country Flowers. Yeah, the Country Flowers stamp set right there. And it's also got some other nice sentiments. So let's do this in black ink. And then that will be ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to grab my paper snips here and cut that extra piece in half and then just offset it a little bit here, and just gives a little bit of extra contrast for that label there. So a little bit of adhesive, get some contrast go in there, and then I'll show you another little trick for getting the ribbon on the back. And if you really wanted to, you could do another label and cut it in half the other direction, and then you could get a little bit at the top and the bottom too, so that'd be kind of cool. So give that a try sometime with your punches, just to give an extra layer to your punches. Okay, so in order not to get a bump for my bow, I'm just folding my ribbon. So just gonna fold it, and then I've got a bow without any bump because I didn't tie it, but I'm going to, let's see, how do I want to do it here? That's the top. I guess it doesn't really matter which way, but what I usually do in this case is just grab a piece of tear and tape. I need an extra hand. Okay, where's the end of my tear and tape? There it is. Just grab a little piece off of there. And you could use masking tape too if you wanted to. Just, okay, I'm going to have to start over with that bow. There we go. And just tape that on, and then it's all ready to go. And if you wanted to just put it on like that, you could do that. I'm actually going to pop it up with dimensionals. So let me grab those, and I'll put those off to the side here so they're not adding to the bulk. It'll kind of offset that ribbon there. I'm sensitive to bumps when I'm mailing the cards. I know I have a customer that just got called out by having bumpy cards. One thing you can do is grab a piece of cardstock or a postcard or something and put it on top when you're mailing it, and that helps smooth out the bumps. Okay, so that one's done and ready to go, and you can write your little sentiment on the inside, a little heartfelt note, and just have a stash of these on hand, all ready to go. So I'll be back in just a minute with the next card. See you in a bit. Happy crafting.